Friends, today's Hindu editorial analysis, choked by smog, urgent correctives are needed, or lethal winter pollution will become the new normal. Somewhere in 1952, on 5th of December, the city of London woke up as usual. But however, there was thick smog across. From 5th December till 9th December, it lasted. And almost 5 days, that smog killed almost 10,000 people. 1 lakh people were affected by health and 10,000 were killed. So the smog is not something which we can forget and go forward. No, something it is lethal. Now, this smog, it is not just confined to London. Don't think that great London smog was the only thing. Many such smogs have occurred in different cities and many have been killed. Now comes the editorial. What they are saying is, see, if you are not going to take corrective measures, then it is going to be, the problems will be aggravated and many may be killed. Now, they are starting with the National Capital Region of Delhi. Now, recently, the National Capital Region is badly hit by smog. Now, first of all, what is smog? Smog means smoke plus fog. What is fog? Fog is just air with some water content. Now, that is what is cloud also. Now, clouds are something above. Whereas imagine same cloud very near our surface of the earth, that we can call it as fog. Now this fog, some smoky thing combined with the smoke. Now this smoke is released by our vehicle pollution, some whatever the carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, all these things released by the vehicles, or agricultural residue burning. After the harvest, once the grains are harvested, now after that the residue, the leftover like leaves, stem, these are all burnt in the farmland, so that after that they can remove it and go for the next sowing of the next season. Now this smoke released by agricultural residue burning, and also the pollution from thermal power plants, vehicle pollutants, all these things they combine with the fog and it forms the smog. Now this has become a big problem now in Delhi. Not only in Delhi, in other parts of northern cities. Mainly Punjab and Haryana, this is the harvest season. Once the harvesting has happened, that agricultural residue is getting burnt. Now that smoke combined with the vehicle pollution, then thermal power plant pollutants, all these things are giving rise to smog. Now this smog is something very, very dangerous, and the Hindu editorial says that in fact we are not, the policy makers, the central government and state government are not sufficiently taking measures. They are not seeing the seriousness of the issue. The Hindu editorial further says that in 2018, the World Health Organization has listed the 10 most polluted cities across the world. Now, across the world, they released the list, and it was something a very dangerous thing. Out of 10, 9 cities are all Indian cities. Now, if you see, the first city is Kanpur. Then Varanasi is there, Faridabad is there, Delhi is there, Lucknow is there, lot of Gaya, Patna, lot of such cities are there. Out of 10, 9 polluted cities are in India, which is something a worrisome factor for our country. Now, so they are telling that the center and state government need to get into crisis mode, something like in a crisis management thing. We have to approach this issue, or else we may become another that great London smog. Now this is mainly, it will affect the children and old people. That's what the editorial says. It will lead to lot of health problems, respiratory problems, and so this should be urgently tackled by the government. Now, this UN environmental program, they also done some research in the Asia Pacific region. And one more research has also happened just for the city of Delhi alone. For 10 years they have conducted some research. What they have found is the life expectancy rate in Delhi has come down drastically. Say if your life expectancy, normally you are expected, let us assume you are expected to live up to say 70 years. Now in case if you are living in the city of Delhi with the present smog level, your life expectancy will go down by 6.4 years. Means instead of 70, you will be living up to 64 years only. That is the dangerous thing. The life expectancy is coming down. But again, not only in Delhi, many of the cities, the researchers pointed out. Now, what steps have to be taken? The editorial is telling, see, there should be an innovative approach. Now, first of all, they are telling that this agricultural residue, it should not be burnt. Rather, it should be recycled. Now, there is a good potential for this agricultural residue. Means after harvest, as I told you already, after harvest, the remaining part, that like the leftover leaves, stem and other parts, they should not be burnt because it is causing that smoke pollution, air pollution. So that should be converted into biological fertilizer or biofuel. There is a lot of research has happened and so many things are happening. So that should come to our country. So instead of burning, you should convert it into biofuel. This is with respect to the rural areas. How about urban areas? Again, the editorial is telling, again, in urban areas also innovative approach should come. The traffic management, the vehicle pollution should come down. We should go for electrical vehicles. Now, this electrical vehicles instead of the normal petrol and diesel vehicles, and shifting over to public transportation system. Now, in our country, public transport, yes, many of us are using. However, the private bikes, cars, now gradually the government policy, the government taxation system itself should change in such a way that people should prefer going in public transport rather than private transport, so that the pollution will come down. So the tax should be increased, and in addition electrical vehicles should be increased. That is what the editorial is talking about. And the editorial is also telling that the World Bank is ready to fund to whichever country wants to tackle air pollution, the World Bank is ready to fund. So this way the editorial is talking about the crisis which is happening in our country because of smog, and this has to be tackled in a crisis mode. And if you research this, we can find that every day 18,000 people die because of air pollution across the world. So something a serious issue which they wanted to tackle, which they want the governments to tackle, the central and state government, both in rural areas as well as urban areas. They have to do some innovative approach and solve this problem. Now from our exam point of view, what can come? Now because it's a recent report of World Health Organization, in 2018 report, out of 10, 9 cities are in India. Something related to this can come. So the worst, most polluted city is Kanpur. So remember that Kanpur, followed by Faridabad, followed by Varanasi. Remember these top three cities of the world are the Indian cities, and out of top 10 Indian cities, 9 are from India. That also you remember. And what basis they are telling that it is above pollution level? Now they say that it is based on PM2.5 PM. Now what is this PM2.5? That also can come in your prelims. Particulate matter means fine dust particles of 2.5 microns. What is that 1 micron? If you can imagine, say our human hair, that this 2.5 micron is nothing but it will be 30 times lower than, means lesser than the size of a human hair. So something invisible, but those small fine particles, 2.5 micron size dust particles released because of burning of agricultural residue and also because of vehicular pollution and thermal power plant and all. Now this is settling in the air which we are breathing in. Now this can cause that great London smog also, or many of the almost 18,000 people are getting killed every day across the world. Now you have to remember this 2.5 particulate matter. Now what the World Health Organization says, how much is allowed? Now WHO says that this 2.5 particulate matter up to 10 micrograms per cubic meter of air, it is safe. Means up to 10 microgram. If this 2.5 particulate matter is there, the 2.5 micron small dust particle in air up to 10 microgram, if it is there in 1 cubic meter of air, it is okay, it is safe. Now in India, if you see the worst polluted city, Kanpur, how much it is there? 10 is allowed, whereas in city of Kanpur, 173 micrograms. Just imagine 17 times more. Okay, so almost most of the cities and the entire country, in fact the research says almost the entire country, we are all breathing whatever which is above this 10 microgram in a cubic meter. Means we are all breathing dangerous air which will cause problems. Apart from that, this the worst cities are much more in danger, like Kanpur and Kanpur, Varanasi and all. So this can come in your exam, and general how to approach and all in the mains about the air pollution in the science and technology area, you can use this data. Prelims, I feel only this 10 micrograms per cubic meter, and in the top 10 cities of polluted cities, 9 are in India. That is what is important from exam point of view. Thank you.